Hello and welcome to Banking Exam Prep. Today we'll be doing a very interesting exercise, sentence ordering. That means the ordering of sentences. If you see the question, 6 statements have been given in random order. They are labeled A, B, C, D, E and F. Arrange them in the most logical order such that a meaningful and coherent paragraph is formed. So what is it that you have to do? 6 sentences have been given, 6 statements. There's a connection between these statements because they actually form a paragraph. But the sentences have been mixed up. They are not in the right order. So they are just 6 sentences which deal with one subject, but they are not in order. So you have to first put them in order so that it forms a proper paragraph. Once you do that, the questions become very simple. So first let us just read what is given. Let us read A, the first statement. Unfortunately, the fast depletion of forest resources has not only adversely affected nature's biodiversity, but also driven wild animals towards human settlements in their desperate need for food. So some problem relating to the fast depletion of forest resources has been given. Sentence B. One of the most critical issues pertaining to the use of land is deforestation. C. Man with his superior mental abilities must urgently devise ways to satisfy his increasing requirements without encroaching on the natural habitat of other living beings. D. Deforestation means the cutting of trees in a forest, leading to a decline in forest cover. E. This conflict between man and nature needs to be resolved. F. The clearing of forests happens because of the ever-increasing requirements of man for housing, agriculture, grazing, industry, etc. So, when we go through these sentences, we know it's all to do with one topic, which is deforestation. So, normally, when you write an essay or something like that, where you have a number of paragraphs, you have a paragraph which will be the introductory paragraph. And then, towards the end, the last paragraph will be the concluding paragraph. Now, here we have only one paragraph, but we have 6 sentences. So the same rule applies here. What you have to do is to look for the first sentence, which will be like an introductory sentence. It's called a topic sentence. Topic sentence means it will tell you something about the topic that we are going to discuss. It will give you the essence of that paragraph. So out of all these sentences, let us try to identify the first sentence, which should be the introductory sentence. Now sentence A is about unfortunately the fast depletion. So when you see the first word, these are connectors. When you read it, when you can't start a paragraph with unfortunately. What are you talking about? So that cannot be the topic sentence. What is the second one? One of the most critical issues pertaining to the use of land is deforestation. Now this looks like a topic sentence. Why? Because it is introducing the topic. One of the most critical issues pertaining to the use of land is deforestation. So the topic of deforestation has been introduced here. So let us number it 1. Now in an exam, if it is a question paper, you've got a paper in your hand with a pencil, you can just mark it 1, 2, 3 so that you will know the order. Now, we have got the first sentence. One of the most critical issues pertaining to the use of land is deforestation. Now, what is deforestation? Obviously, something will be given about it, some definition, that concept will be explained. because there has to be a continuity of flow. Let us look for that. First sentence was about, unfortunately, it was the effect of deforestation. But what is deforestation? Let us see sentence C. Man with a superior mental abilities must urgently devise. So it is about solutions. Solutions cannot come right in the beginning. So what is the next sentence? Deforestation means the cutting of trees in a forest leading to a decline in forest cover. So, in the first sentence, the idea of deforestation was introduced. Now, the second sentence is telling you what deforestation means. So, what is it? What will we do? We know sentence D, which has been given here, should be the second sentence of the paragraph. So we know the definition of deforestation now, what it means. It means the cutting of trees in a forest leading to a decline in forest cover. Now, what is the next one? We need to have the continuity from there. So what happens when trees are cut? We have already read A, we have read C. What does E tell you? This conflict between man and nature needs to be resolved. This conflict, that means some conflict has been mentioned. We have not come to that, so that will not come here. What is the sentence F? The clearing of forests happens because of the ever-increasing requirements of man for housing, agriculture, grazing, industry, etc. So this is a continuation of the idea, deforestation, the meaning of deforestation, and what happens when there is deforestation, why does it take place? So we have sentence 3, which is that the clearing of forests happens, the deforestation happened because of ever-increasing requirements of man. So we have sentence 1, 2 and 3 already. Now what should be the fourth sentence? So we are saying that deforestation happened because of man's increasing requirements. So when we cut down the trees, what is the result? So if you read the sentences again, what is the next sentence which should come there? Unfortunately, the fast depletion of forest resources has not only adversely affected nature's biodiversity, but also, what has it done? It has driven wild animals towards human settlements in their desperate need for food. So that becomes the fourth. Because we said, why are the trees cut? And the next one is telling you when the trees are cut, what happens. Because there is flora, fauna, so many insects, so many animals, so many birds, so many things, which exist in a forest. When you cut down the trees, the entire biodiversity is disturbed. And animals, they can't find food. So what do? They start moving towards human settlements. So we have come up to 4. Now what is the next one? What should come after that? How many are left? Only 2 are left. One is C. Man with superior mental abilities must urgently devise what man should do. And what is E? E says this conflict between man and nature needs to be resolved. So logically, that becomes the next sentence, sentence 5. Because we are saying that there is a conflict. What is the conflict? Animals are coming out from their natural habitat and moving towards human settlements. So there is a conflict there now. We want their space and they are coming to our space. So this conflict between man and nature needs to be resolved. And now we have the last sentence, which is the only one left, which is C. Man with a superior mental abilities, what should he do now? He must devise. When you say man, we are saying in general. That is why singular has been used. Must urgently devise ways to satisfy his increasing requirements without encroaching on the natural habitat of other living beings. So what happens to that sentence? It becomes the last sentence or the concluding sentence. So when you put these sentences in order and you have them numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, now when you go through the questions, things become very simple. Let us go through the questions. What is the question now? Which among these statements will be the third sentence of the paragraph after rearrangement? Now, third sentence, which is the sentence we have number 3, sentence F. So, what can we do? We just, D is not right, E is not right, A is not right, C is not right. So, what is the answer? F. Because we have numbered it. So, now it becomes very simple. These questions can just be done in a very, can be done very quickly. See the next question. Which statement will be the last sentence of the para after rearrangement? So, that means, so which is this? Which is number 6? C. So, E is not there, C is wrong, D is wrong, E is wrong, and we have, what is the answer? C. Because the last sentence they have asked you. Now, which statement will be the second sentence of the para? Which have we numbered to? D. So, A we can delete, E we can delete, F we can delete, A we can delete, and we have the answer which is D. So, see how easy it has become. So, if you just keep on looking at the questions first, you will find it very difficult. First, read the sentences and try to put them in order. Once your order is ready, questions become very simple. You can get your answers very fast. Which statement will be the fifth sentence of the para after rearrangement? Fifth sentence, which is the one we have numbered 5, E. So, A is gone. No A, no D, no B. And what is your answer now? Your answer is B, E. One more. Which statement will be the first sentence of the para after rearrangement? That means the first topic sentence, which is one of the most critical issues. That means it is B. So, we delete the others. And we have the answer B, introductory sentence or topic sentence. So, what have we learned today? We have learned how to read sentences and arrange them in logical progression, that means sequence, to form a coherent paragraph. What's the meaning of coherent? Something which you can understand. So for that, there has to be a flow. It has to start with some introduction. That point has to be explained. Then either the causes or effects, the advantages or disadvantages, and then solutions, and then we have the conclusion. So there has to be a flow of thought. And the last sentence, when you read, you know, oh, the flow of thought has come to an end and the topic is clear. So that is how you arrange these sentences. So you have also learned about the topic sentence and concluding sentence in a paragraph. Stay tuned for more prep and practice sessions and subscribe to TeachR.